Sage stock. Now, of course, I look at the fundamentals, and the fundamentals are looking promising, and it's doing really, really well. Okay, it's a government company, and they're involved in a lot of governmental stuff. So I said, yeah, let's look at them because there are certain elements that has been created now. So it's a matter now to look at my technical analysis because my fundamental analysis actually say yes. So now this is how I approach my fundamental analysis. So what I do first and foremost, right? I basically look at the ebb and flow of the market. So I'm looking at the demand and the supply zone. So if you look, the market went up to this point, pulling back down to this zone, okay? And when we say market, we're talking about the price. So price came down to here, move all the way up to here, and then stop there, right? Then before price, then move all the way back down to this point, come back up here, move back down to this point. So it loved this point. So every time it comes here, it goes back up. So then price keeps on coming back down. Then all of a sudden, price break through this zone, really strong, in a strong manner, all the way up to this point here before moving. And remember, these are zones, so they're not going to be exact. So they move down to this point, okay, before pulling up back all the way to where it was before. Now remember, these are not fixed point, they're zones, okay, before the price moved down to here. So the price moved up to here, then it moved down to this point before moving up to previous high where it was before, and then come back to that point. So then we're saying, okay, that looks good. It's at a point that has been before and then turn around. So then what we're looking for, then we'll move on to the next time frame below, which is the weekly time frame. So when we go on to the weekly time frame, yes, we can see, okay, the stochastic is oversold because they've been selling this market. We can see the signal line now breaking above. We can also see that this market is clearly in a uptrend with higher lows and reasonable higher highs, but of course we had a double top at the top there, but it's still in an uptrend. Now the fact that this market is an uptrend, then we're looking to buy. Now once we bought, then we're all good. We'll wait. Either it's going to take my stop loss out or it's going to hit my profit target. But this strategy is really killing it. I'm just going to share a bit with it because ultimately I'm hoping once I get all this profit, I can buy a piece of land over in Gambia with the profit from here. But ultimately, this thing here, it's a lot of swap. This is the overnight charges. This strategy is raking in over £6,000, and what I've got here is I paid out of this to £6,000 profit, £2,519 in swap. Then now I look and I see, okay, I'm only trading with my profit at the moment because I've already taken out, withdrawn all the money I put in. So all the money that I've got now, so I've got like in equity, £2,770. So I'm looking to close this out once it gets to £3,000 and then get a nice piece of plot over in Gambia. So we invest. God bless. Peace out. Happy trading.